St. Catharines Municipal Councillor Matt Siscoe is now the newest member of Regional Council. The decision was made earlier this week to appoint him to the seat left vacant with the tragic death of Sandy Bellows. Matt, I think most people expected the role to go to Mike Britton, who finished 8th place in the previous election and would have been next in line according to the usual policy.
Well, the conversation that happened around the table was very much focused on needing to make sure that somebody in the position is able to hit the ground running. We wanted to avoid a big learning curve, and a lot of things have changed over the last 2 years. I mean, obviously COVID has changed a lot of the priorities, and it's brought to the forefront some concerns that maybe we didn't realize were as big of a concern. And we're seeing that truthfully across North America. Things like the opioid epidemic, which was a problem, but homelessness, the lack of affordable housing. And so with those, plus with the transit file, which has been moving forward steadily over the course of this term of council, my colleagues at City Council really felt we needed to have someone going into the position that was able to start working immediately and was able to move those issues forward. And I think I bring a perspective, being the downtown councillor, on all of those issues that I think is going to be helpful to my colleagues from St. Catharines and from around the region in moving those issues forward.
Matt, the prospect of transit moving to the region looks like it's going to happen with a triple majority, very likely. With you moving to the region now, away from City Council, does that mean you can take a bigger role in the transit portfolio?
So I'm really hopeful that we've got a couple more councils coming up next week. I'm hopeful that we can get to that triple majority point as soon as possible. There's a lot of work for the new transition commission that's going to be put in place if this does happen. And I've already talked to Mayor Senzik and to some of my colleagues on council. St. Catharines would have 3 seats at that table. I'm hopeful that I can be a part of that because it's going to be that new transitional commission that's going to move this forward. They've got probably the most important job coming up first, which is to hire a new general manager for this new commission if it all goes according to plan. So I'd like to see that happen as quickly as possible in the new year. I think it's really important. We've set January 1st, 2023 as the beginning date for this new entity. And if we can get the triple majority done and we can start work immediately, that's really important. Ultimately, and this is the truth across the region, the users of the system don't actually care what level of government is doing it. They don't care if it's Welland City Hall or the St. Catharines Commission or a Niagara Regional Commission. They want better service and they want more efficient service. They want to be able to get from place 1 to place 2 with as little hassle, as little friction as possible. The only way that happens if we really start moving as fast as possible in the new year.
When do you actually assume the seat on the region?
So the region needs to checkmark the appointment process, and I believe that's going to be happening very shortly. Based on the conversations I've had with our city clerk and with the mayor, the expectation is sometime in January I'll be taking over that spot. But similar to the way I did when I first got elected to City Council, I spent the 6 weeks between that election and the actual date of taking over. It was basically, anybody who's ever been a student remembers those cram sessions. You got about 4 or 5 weeks of cramming in, and so I'm lucky that I have a number of connections at the council and the staff level up at the region. The CAO at the region, Ron Tripp, used to be a staffer at the city of St. Catharines. So I know him, I know the chair quite well. And so I'm going to be reaching out. I've already sort of warned other regional councillors. I'm going to be bothering them for the next couple of weeks to make sure that as soon as I'm able to start, I know what I'm doing. And as best as I can start doing the job effectively. So I'm going to be bugging a lot of people over the next 6 weeks.
Well, Matt, please give them a break on Christmas and maybe Boxing Day if you can. Congratulations on your new appointment. You will be missed, I know, though, in the St. Patrick's Ward and at the table at City Council. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Mike. Take care.